Blake, I'll start it off. I mean, why are you back here, man? I mean, you had an opportunity to go pro. What led you to come back to Pitt for one more season?
The opportunity to go pro wasn't as good as the opportunity to come back here, so I'm back.
Coach talked about some of the feedback that you got. Was it, was it stuff that also Jeff was telling you, or did the pro feedback align with what your coaches here were telling you?
Yeah, it was just overall, I need to get better, and that's what I'm here to do, get better and lead my team to a championship.
Jeff talked about you lost some weight. What did you do to get that kind of workout in over the summer?
Eat less, work out more.
Fetty, how was your off season with the French team and everything?
It was amazing. It was good. Great experience. I get to play with some pro players, Lowry. It was just, and family. I got to see my family, so it was great.
Fetty, we asked Jeff about the Twins putting on some weight. Did you notice them bulking up when you came back from Finland? Did you notice that they got a little bigger?
Yeah. G got a little stomach, but yeah.
Like, just looking at this roster, I mean, you're the old man here now. You're the only senior. I mean, does it feel that way? You kind of talked about it at an event this summer, how you feel like you're a little bit older, but does it feel like that even more now that practices have started?
No, I try to keep up with the young fellas. I try to keep the energy up. My job hasn't changed. I'm still the energy police. So I still got to be youthful every day.
Last year, culture was a big topic. It was something that you guys leaned on a lot. How do you make sure that continues and carries over this year, especially after losing all those old guys that you
That's a good question. Not forcing it, I think, is the best way to do it. You can't force people to like each other. We just going to keep practicing and putting ourselves in situations that's hard. You know what I mean? Creating those tough situations and coming together through those situations is what's going to create a really good bond.
Blake,
Go ahead.
you've had some time now around the young guards. What stood out to you about those guys, and what do you expect from them this year?
Man, together, both of them, I think their talent level really picks up for their inexperience, and it shows a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of times they make passes, and one of the hardest things with young guards is just seeing the floor. And although I don't think they all the way see it just yet, they instinctively make the right plays. So they're just really talented above their years.
Fetty, do you have any analysis to add on to what he said? I mean, how have they kind of translated to your game as well?
I mean, what Blake said, they don't really see the floor like that yet, but they make great reads. I feel like they're doing great.
Eddie, what's different with your game, do you think, this year?
Just gonna be more aggressive. I feel like I gotta a touch how ACC is, so I'm gonna be more aggressive. Get more boards.
He shoots step back threes now.
I mean, to talk about being aggressive, getting more boards. I mean, a lot of the same guys that you faced last year down low, Baycott, Filipowski, they're all back. Does that help that you have a reference point to build off of? Really what you're going up against this year?
What I'm focusing on is myself. I feel like I'm just getting better and focusing on myself, my game. I know how they play, so I feel like that's going to help me, but focusing on myself and getting better.
What part of yourself did you focus on? Like, was there a specific, hey, at the end of the offseason, I want to be better at this thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. I want to get more boards, more points, and lead more. So, yeah.
Like at this time last year, no one was talking about Pitt basketball. Now, I mean, there's an attention on you guys. Like Jeff said, only thing he hasn't really had to deal with here is expectations, and those are here now. Is that a good thing, or would you rather kind of just be under the radar again?
The last time I checked, we was expected to finish 13th in the ACC, so we're gonna remember that.
But this year, you won't be expected to finish 13th.
That's not true. We got predicted somewhere. It got to me that we were predicted 13th in the ACC somewhere. Yeah, okay. So that's all we know right now. That's all we're paying attention to. Until another list comes out, that's how we feel about it.
Keep an eye out for those lists?
No, word just got to me, People know it gets me going, and they brought it to me, so that's cool.
How much does that drive you guys?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we the best team in the ACC. So, I mean, hearing something like that, it's just like, it's crazy. So, but it's cool. I mean, of course, it's definitely. I mean, we respect the league, but we feel like we can win it.
What have you guys seen out of Will since the end of last year and coming into this year?
Will is going to change us as far as our energy every time he touches the court. Our energy is going to go through the roof every time Will is even around the team. But when he hits the court, our energy is going to go up another notch, and that's just the type of power he has.
When you had your pro days a few months ago, what did they tell you need to work on to go to the next level?
They just said I need to lose weight. You know, that's I mean the gist of it. I think that's what I got.
How much did you lose?
I'm not done losing and gaining, so I don't know. I can't tell you a final answer on that.
Well, last year you guys got to see the Twins in the Helmet of America, and you guys got to introduce them to this culture. When you guys went to Spain, the whole team kind of got to experience their culture. What was that like, just like them being able to be in their element?
That was cool. It was. I mean, that was my first time really out of the country. I mean, I've been to Canada. I guess that counts, but it's my first time overseas. Really good experience. Good to have them as a reference of how the culture is around there, and it was a good bonding point for our team. So, and we won both games, so that's always a good thing.
Eddie, you've spent a lot of time around the Twins. What was it like to be in their environment?
I wasn't there. I wasn't feeling. Yeah. No.
As two of the fan favorites on the roster, are y'all excited to come back to the Pitt and play in front of the same fans who were there last year?
I'm a fan favorite. I didn't know that. Or am I just your favorite? Is that what it is?
This is about them, not me.
Well, if I am, I mean, I appreciate it, and I always just try to go as hard as I possibly can for the students, for the student body, this city in general, and then my team and my coaches. This last season definitely is going to be for them, and everything I can do for them, because they have done everything for me.
Is it going to be a big challenge, or do you see it as a big challenge to be the energy guy, but also the leadership guy, like, Nelly, Jamari, all the guys that you had that could take on those other roles, so that you kind of be the energy guy and focus on that element? Is it going to be tough to balance that this year?
It's going to be tough to lead any team to a championship, which is what I'm here to do. So there's going to be a lot of things that goes in between that. I can't really pinpoint what's going to be the hard part. It's not going to be easy, but I'm here to win a championship, so that's what I'm focused on.
Question for both of you guys: How have Ish and Zach really fit into the equation so far?
Perfect. We couldn't have done any better landing those two. They're going to impact the team a lot, and they're going to help us win games.
Big energy guys too.
Like, I mean, Zach is sort of a unique guy. You guys didn't have, you didn't have someone like him last year. How do you and him kind of mesh when you guys are on the court together?
That's offensive. I thought I could put my head on the rim every once in a while last year. Y'all don't think so? But no, but he's definitely different, and he can play multiple positions, and he's more than just an athlete. He's a good basketball player. So, I mean, he's definitely people are gonna feel him for sure.
Like, just looking at your game, I mean, are you gonna be more of an outside shooter like you were last year, or are you gonna have a little bit more of an inside scoring presence this year too?
I'm gonna be a lob threat. So I've lost a couple pounds. So just look for me hanging off that rim.
Should we have a counter? Like how many lobs? Like Blake
I wouldn't hold your breath, but I mean, look for me coming off that rim for sure.
Well, I got two non-bat
I had one
thoughts on Baker Mayfield.
I love you, Baker. You really fight for my team, and that's all I can really ask. You fight for my team. You've been playing good the first 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to really kill the Saints this week. Go Bucks.
Some thoughts on Damian Lillard to the Bucks.
Oh, big time. That's going to be lethal. Still no guarantee they win it all, but they're definitely going to be in competition to win it all for sure.
Bucks gonna win the South?
Bucks going to win the South. Go Bucks.